will be Rachel Heng, whose debut novel, Suicide Club, will be translated into 9 languages worldwide and has been featured as the most anticipated summer read by ELLE, Gizmodo, Bitch Media, the Rumpus, NYLON, and the Irish Times. Her short fiction has received Prairie Schooner's Jane Geske Award and has been published in Glimmer Train, The Offing, and elsewhere. Rachel is a fellow at the Michener Center for Writers at UT Austin. Welcome.
Hi. So as you may have gathered from my bio, I'm not a poet. Yet I'm here at a poetry reading, which is extremely intimidating. So yeah, I'm one of those people who came to Michener, and we all have to do this first year seminar where it's interdisciplinary, so you study poetry, screenwriting, playwriting, and fiction. And I have to admit, I'm one of those people who are like, what's all this poetry stuff? I don't get it. And then poets will be like, oh, well, you don't have to get it, you just have to listen to the sound of words. I'm like, what does that mean? That doesn't. And so it was kind of this tension, and and really, I think it was people like Yuki and Yang, whom I've also admired since I was a child. But Yang's only 22, and I'm unfortunately much older, so when I was a child, I wasn't born yet. But anyway, but I think it's really in my conversations with amazing poets like Yuki and Yang that have just opened my eyes to the world of poetry and just helped me appreciate it not just much better, but also I think it has impacted my own writing and my own fiction, and I learned so much about writing and creation in general just from these amazing poets. So yeah, and I'm going to read a short piece of Flash just so I could keep with the theme of short, condensed things. This is called The Game. For a long time, we rely on the men to read the letters from our mothers. We rely on the men to write back as well, so we say things like, today the sky shimmers silver, and the hens laid a good batch of eggs, and our sons have just learned to walk. We talk about the beauty of the Yongming River. The men write this down, stopping every now and then to challenge us. Your sons began walking 4 weeks ago, not today, they chide. One of the hens is sickly, and tomorrow we will kill it for meat, they say. It rained all afternoon, and the river is mud brown. When the men correct us, we smile and keep very still. Yes, you are right, we say. The men do not notice the flick of a tendon in our necks or the clench of our jaws. All they hear is, yes, you are right, and they are smug as they write down their versions of our stories. Amongst ourselves, we play a secret game. We take the ink blocks and brushes from our husbands when they are not looking. A sh sound as a neat horizontal stroke, a ch as a line at one angle, a ch at another. Different dots and lines for vowels, a, I, o, e, u, u. Eyelashes and teardrops on a page. It was never meant to be a code, just a painting of sounds, a way to tether the words that slip so easily from our throats. But the game begins to grow. Soon our sisters know it too, and then our mothers, and then our distant relatives in far-off villages. We realize we can now write entire sentences. He gave us a bruise the size of a peach today. We did not want to have the child. He has a sixth finger. We are in love with the woman who walks by the river in the morning. What if we run away? Soon, even though we are apart, we are no longer alone. One of us is careless and leaves a note on the dining table where it is found. We lower our heads and tuck our corners in, bracing ourselves for what is to come. We prepare the excuses we will make to the men. It was only a game. We only talk about trivial things, women's things, clothes and cooking and how to raise a child. Look, we'll show you. We select the most innocent of notes to read to the men. But the men do not even ask to see. They laugh in our faces, tell us how clever we are in the same cooing voices they use when our sons learn to walk. How funny, they say to each other. Look at those chicken scratchings. The women have truly gone and done it now. They do not ask what we write about, merely pat our hips affectionately and ask if it isn't time for dinner soon. We put the notes back into our pockets, crushing them in our fists. We fire up the stove. But our hands hesitate at the last moment, and we cannot let the crumpled balls go. Later that night, when the men have gone to bed, we smooth the paper out on the dining table and trace the words with our fingernails over and over again. until the thin paper rips and reveals the splintered wood beneath. Then we take out fresh pieces of paper and we begin to write.